At the end of the day, the end result you're looking for is to multiply this money. That's what creates wealth. So many people know how to earn money, but it's just few that know how to multiply it. Hey there, welcome to video number 5 of the CEO Money Management Challenge. In this video, we're going to be addressing the CEO wealth and cash flow planning. Today, we're going to gain great insight on how to start building a business that only pays the bills. Therefore, I have a question for you. What is the purpose of your business? Really, think about it. Is it just to pay bills? Is it just to survive another month? Is it just to stay busy? Because if that's all your business does, you're only building a job for yourself and not wealth. So now let's talk about how successful CEOs think differently about their money and how they build wealth within their businesses. Because these successful business owners, they don't just only think about making money. They build on a combination with focus on stability, options, freedom, and legacy. Building a successful business requires several things, but most entrepreneurs that are struggling are usually stuck right here on the survival part. But you see, legacy, this is where we need to be. Let's address the cash flow truth. Is this your current strategy? Because for many entrepreneurs, this is it. They spend first and then hope something magical happens. Draw your attention to something. Let's look at these. But you see plan right here? This is what I need us to focus on, the planning part. Yes, we want revenue, but we need to plan for it. We need to allocate it so that it grows. So we're going to be looking at 3 wealth buckets. One is the business bucket. And in this business bucket, our focus is on growth, system, team, and marketing. In the personal bucket, our focus is on savings, emergency funds, debt reduction, and family goals. Bucket number 3 is our wealth bucket. Here we'll focus on investment, real estate, retirement, and passive income. Because the goal is not to just make money. The goal is to move money. And with the CEO money map, we'll have an actual action plan that is vivid. And of course, many people know how to earn money. You earn the money, you might keep some, you might grow some. At the end of the day, the end result you're looking for is to multiply this money. That's what creates wealth. So many people know how to earn money, but it's just few that know how to multiply it. And I want us to be a part of those that multiplies, okay? Say to yourself, I multiply my money. Money sees me, it knows me, and I multiply my money. I'm disciplined, I have plan, I have structure in place, and I multiply my money. There you go. With that being said, I have a question for you. And the intent of this question is to allow you to have a visual roadmap of how you can multiply your money and why. So that question is, if revenue stopped today, how long would your business survive? Is it 30 days? Is it 60 days? Is it 90 days? Is it 6 months? So in order to answer this question, here's a simple equation. Planning plus discipline plus consistency equals peace of mind. So many entrepreneurs are chasing money, but what they are actually looking for is peace. You are here today feeling stressed, guessing, reacting. But your future self, that future CEO, should be planning, tracking every single money that comes in and goes out, growing and leading. And that growth and building wealth happens when you ask yourself a simple question. What decision would my future CEO self make differently? Here is why stewardship matters to me personally. Way before I started working in banking, way before I earned my financial and business administration degrees, way before I started helping entrepreneurs build businesses, I was a little girl growing up in the middle of uncertainty. I was born in West Africa, Liberia, and by 1990, my family and I found ourselves displaced as refugees in neighboring country, Nigeria. We left behind what was familiar to us and spent years living on an old refugee camp. When you grow up in an environment where resources are limited, where stability is not guaranteed, and where every opportunity matters, you learn lessons that stay with you forever. One of the biggest lessons I've learned is this: what you have matters, not because it's a lot, but because it is yours to manage. As a child, I watched families survive difficult seasons by being resourceful. I watched my mom stretched what little she had. I didn't know it then, but those experiences were teaching me something very powerful, and that is stewardship. Years later, when I entered banking and started working with business owners, I noticed something interesting. Some businesses made a lot of money but were still struggling. Others made little money but seemed stable, organized, and prepared. The difference wasn't always income. The difference was stewardship, the way they managed what they had, the way they planned, the way they prepared, the way they thought about the future of their business. That is why I believe a business should create freedom and not bondage. I don't think God gave you this business idea so that you can live under consistent anxiety, stress, confusion, or financial pressure. I believe strongly that business is a tool to serve others, a tool to create opportunities, a tool to provide for our families, and a tool to build legacies. But for a business to create freedom, it must have a structure. Without structure, growth becomes really stressful. Without system, revenue disappears. Without planning, opportunities are missed. And that is why financial literacy matters. Financial literacy is not just about numbers. It is about understanding how to manage what God has entrusted to you, making wise decisions. It's about creating stability. It is about building something that lasts. And that is why this CEO Money Management Challenge has not just been all about spreadsheets. It's not really all about percentage. It's not really all about bank accounts. It is about becoming a better steward. Because when stewardship increases, stress decreases. When stewardship increases, confidence grows. When stewardship increases, opportunity expands. So if there's one lesson, I hope you take this away from this challenge. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to start being intentional with what you have. Because the goal isn't simply just making money. The goal is managing it well to create freedom, impact, and legacy. Know this: a good steward walks in alignment, walks in discipline, has structure, and is stress-free. The book of Luke chapter 16 verse 10 says, "He that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much." And this verse covers stewardship. And a good steward is aware of his or her financial position. You have structure. You pay yourself correctly. You have readiness. Your business documents, your business financial, your business foundation is in place. You're compliant. A good steward knows how to build wealth. And because you are a good steward, I'm inviting you right now to take the 22 questions of my business readiness audit. That audit gives you clarity and helps you identify the gaps within your business that's holding you back and gives you your result. Right after you get your audit results, you also get prompted to book a strategic call with me. During this call, we evaluate those gaps and we identify plans and recommendations to help you thrive within your business and start to build wealth. With that being said, I want to personally congratulate you. You've invested time in understanding your business. You've invested time in understanding your money. And that's important because many business owners stay busy instead, but never becomes intentional. Remember this now. Revenue creates opportunity, structure creates stability, discipline creates growth, and stewardship creates legacy. Thank you for joining me for the CEO Money Management Challenge. Now, let's take the next step together. Comment below and I will send you the business readiness audit. Let's identify where you are. Let's build a plan together. And let's build a business that not only generates income, but creates impact, freedom, and legacy. Hey, I'm Mallory, your finance business consultant. Thanks for being here.